we say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live. We're on the road at Chick-fil-A and Elizabethton on this Monday, June June the 5th? Yeah, June the 5th, show number 1866. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be on a overcast, kind of a cloudy and a muggy, but a warm Monday. We'll take it. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Not this week, but next week we have the peach milkshake coming. We're excited about that. So let's get it cranked up. I think I fixed it, although the reinforcements are here, but I think I fixed this one. Let's take a look at Gabe Short playing the national anthem here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And
oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton again on this Monday, June the 5th, 2023. Good. Thank you, Dr. Hobson. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Very, very kind. So, about lost my religion again this morning. I swan to Pete. I think the devil just tries to upset my apple cart. I think that's what it is, because I'm telling you, I have no clue why I didn't do what it was supposed to do, but I hit the right button and it did it. All right, let's get into softball and baseball, college softball. Tennessee beating Oklahoma State 3-1 yesterday. Stanford stopping the number 7 seed Washington. Stanford the number 9 seed. Tennessee the number 4 seed. Lady Vols beat Oklahoma State the number 6 seed 3-1. And so Tennessee plays the Lady Seminoles of Florida State tonight at 7 o'clock. And that'll be, of course, in Oklahoma. The first game will be at noon coming up. The top-seeded Oklahoma Lady Sooners will take on the Stanford Lady Cardinal at 12 o'clock. Tennessee and Florida State at 7 o'clock tonight in the College World Series for the ladies. All right? Very excited about that. Tennessee and Florida State at 7 o'clock tonight. All right, then you look at, on the baseball side, Tennessee punches her ticket to the Super Regional. Tennessee defeating Charlotte 9-2. They go to 41-19 on the season. So the Vols will be taking on either, Penn or Southern Miss. They're playing today to finish up the Auburn Regional. Here are the teams that punched their ticket to move on to the Super Regionals. South Carolina, Virginia, Oregon, Oral Roberts, Indiana State, Wake Forest, Alabama playing each other, Texas, and Tennessee. Now, South Carolina awaits the winner of the Florida-Texas Tech game today in Gainesville. Virginia awaits the winner of Coastal Carolina, the number 1 seed, and the number 2 seed Duke playing in Conway, South Carolina today. Oregon will play Oral Roberts. That one's been set. Indiana State will play the winner of Arkansas and TCU playing today in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Wake Forest plays Alabama. Texas will play the winner of the Stanford-Texas A&M game to be decided today. LSU and Oregon State will battle in Baton Rouge, number 1 versus number 2. In Lexington, the number 1 seed Kentucky, the number 3 seed Indiana play to decide that one. As we said, Tennessee awaits the winner of the Penn-Southern Miss game coming up later on today. So playing today, Florida, Texas Tech, Arkansas, TCU, Stanford, Texas A&M, LSU and Oregon State, Kentucky and Indiana, and Penn and Southern Miss. Of interest, of course, to the ball fans will be the winner of the Penn-Southern Miss game, because that team will play Tennessee coming up this weekend. So that's what's going on in college baseball and in the softball circuit. Tennessee and Florida State tonight at 7 o'clock in Oklahoma, which is a really, really cool thing. So Tennessee, we'll talk more about the men's team, how they got there, beating Charlotte 9-2 coming up here in just a little while. Our first guest is here. We'll take a break and get her set up ready to go. We're loaded today. We've got, as always, Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals. We've got David Nanny from the Elizabethton Parks and Rec. We've got Andrea Lewis from Northeast Community Credit Union. We have Mark Fowler from Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. See what he allows today. Got Nicole Moore coming talking about the Back to School Bash. By the way, if you're interested, kickoff for high school football for the Cyclones in 74 days. They'll kick off. 74 days. We're back behind the microphone, bring you the Cyclones in Science Hill and the Railroad Rumble from Kermit Tippin Stadium in Johnson City. We're excited, and I'm ready. Been off for a couple of weeks. I'm okay now. Needed some time away. Time's been away, and I'm back ready to go. But it's 74 days away, but it'll be here before you know it. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We'll be joined by her. Her is Ms. Leslie. Opening weekend, we'll see how that went. And weekend number 2 coming up. Liberty, the official outdoor drama of the great state of Tennessee. Right up the street, it was Chick-fil-A weekend or Chick-fil-A night at Sycamore Shoals. We'll see how it went right after this from Ivy Hall Nursing Home on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On our buddy Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. What's going on at Ivy Hall right now?
Yes, sir. Ivy Hall, we're accepting long-term or short-term admissions. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, all insurances. We'd love to have you. You come out, you need some rehab, we'd love to help you. We got private rooms for rehab people. We can get you in, take care of you, send you home, and the food is absolutely out of this world.
Types of rehab you guys do?
Yes, sir. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy, and like I said, short-term or long-term residents. Yes, sir.
Yep. You also are looking for help?
Yes. I'm looking for RNs, LPNs, CNAs. If you want to be a housekeeper, laundry, kitchen, we're hiring. All departments are hiring at Ivy Hall.
Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or ivyhallnursinghome.com is where you go to fill out an application to work.
Love promoting these folks right here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It is the one and only right here in Elizabethton, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by, fresh off of Liberty. Our buddy Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals. We got that talk about in the Art Summer Show that's cranking up this weekend. Hello, Baker. How you doing? Leslie Baker. Thinking of Leslie Broccoli. Lisa Baker. Saw Baker yesterday. Yep, 74 days till kickoff. Saw her and Cam and Scotty and Creed and the whole kit and caboodle yesterday at the old restaurant. All right, so Friday night and Saturday night, it was Liberty. Tell me about it.
Liberty's Friday and Saturday, this past Friday and Saturday night was excellent. The performers did a fantastic job. We had an extra performer or two on Friday night from Chick-fil-A. There was the cow and the baby cow. And the cow actually got chased across the stage by a Cherokee and jumped over the fence.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Cow didn't jump over the moon, and cow jumped over the fence.
He jumped over the fence.
There you go.
Just like Bonnie Kate does in the production. So it was excellent. And Chick-fil-A did a really good job. They fed the cast both nights, and they also were handing out free sandwiches or something
to the crowd.
To the crowd
awesome.
The first night.
Awesome. That is great.
Yeah. It was a good 2 nights.
Yep.
looking forward to the rest.
So tell us what's the schedule this week?
Okay, this week we're Friday and Saturday night again, starting at 8 o'clock. Pre-show, if there is one, will be at 7:30. I'd recommend getting there if you don't have tickets already about 6:30. Go pick out your seat, and then you can go wander around. But we've got some new things to see in the museum. We've got Landon Carter's portrait, and we've actually had someone, it's a surprise. I think it'll come out this weekend, but we have another piece of history to show. So hopefully it'll come out this weekend. I'm not allowed to say what it is yet.
There you go.
Yeah,
But it's going to be good.
It's exciting, though.
Absolutely,
It is.
it's exciting. So
We do have our seasonal interpretive rangers. They're now working full time, so lots more house tours. They'll be Tuesday through Saturday, all the way every day. Sabine Hill and Carter Mansion 2. Just have to get online and register for those if you want to do one. They also have a lot of programming that they're doing. Different kinds of programs that are excellent, like inkle loom weaving, if you know what that is. Scrimshaw, have you ever seen Scrimshaw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this gentleman, our one seasonal ranger, will show you how to do it. Okay.
Oh, really? He'll
yes,
teach you?
He'll teach you how to do it. Quill work, he does quill work, which is what the Native Americans used on some of their clothing and things. All kinds of stuff that you'll see them do as they did back in the 1700s. So pretty interesting. The one gentleman that we have back this year, Slade Nakoff, actually did his thesis for ETSU on a portrait of, and I can't remember who the gentleman was, but he was Scottish, and he was a long time ago, 1700s, and he recreated the portrait. He got a loom, made the socks, tartan socks, made the tartan, made the scarf, made the whole outfit from scratch. And he did it with tools they would use back then. So very interesting gentleman if you get to see Slade Nakoff.
we're here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth and talking to Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals. Hello to Reba Whitehead. Hello to Linda Birchfield. Thank you, kids, for being with us. We're live here again talking about Liberty, but we're also going to talk about the Watauga Valley Art League Summer Show.
Yes.
Tell me about that. It starts on June the 9th. Art show and sale starts on June 9th, goes through the 25th. The 9th would be this weekend, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me about that, would you please?
They'll have the whole gathering room set up. They'll have art on the walls, on stage, on the floors, hung up. So their art show, and the art will be for sale. So I'm sure they'd love for you to come see it, especially if you love to collect original artwork. So all of the artists that belong to the Watauga Valley Art League will be participating. I don't know how many they have right now, but they'll be celebrating 53 years this year.
Be awesome. 53 years of the Watauga Valley Art League Summer Show at Sycamore Shoals. Is there a cost to come in to see that?
No,
Okay.
Only if you buy
To walk
stuff.
through, free.
Yes.
Buying, you got to pay,
Yes.
certainly. So Liberty comes up again Friday night and Saturday. Start
Yes.
times again are?
Are 8 o'clock, and the pre-shows, if we have one, 7:30. I think one night there's a pre-show, and doors open at 6:30.
Got to give props to Johnson City Press, because that's one of our supporters here at the show. They had a big article last week about the Liberty, so you guys got some really good publicity, and you should. It's the official outdoor drama of the state of Tennessee. The whole state, right up the street here at Sycamore Shoals, on Fridays and Saturdays in June, and then later on in the month you pick up a Thursday nights as well. So very, very good. Are you hungry?
Yes, I'm always hungry when
For
I come to Chick-fil-A.
You got it. Not today, but next Monday, the peach milkshakes are back. Next Monday. Woo, yes. All right, quick break. David Nanny joins us coming up next from the Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Then we have Ms. Lewis is in the house, and we also have Mr. McCauley in the house. All that straight ahead here on the Tom Daly Sports Show. These are here, my friend. How can Chick-fil-A help us with springtime and summertime catering?
My recommendation: download the Chick-fil-A app and come here and scan it and get it, rolling to this be your favorite store, and then you can go on there and order trays. You can do mobile ordering. You can order and then come to the drive-thru, and it's ready to be picked up. All you gotta do is check in when you're ready to pick your order up. All the catering that you need is on the app. It's just straightforward, simple, takes time out of the transaction, speeds you up through the lines. Mobile order is probably the future of quick service and the Panera Breads and those top places as well. They're all using the mobile order. Grocery stores, that's technology makes our life easy. So let's not forget that, and we can use it to our advantage. Download the app and trays, gallon teas, gallon lemonades, Sunjoy, cookies, brownies. We got our delicious waffle potato chips. If you hadn't had those, I love them. Chicken strips. We have those subs. If you hadn't grilled chicken sub, you hadn't had it, is a delicious item as well, especially for the summertime for sure. Get a couple of trays of those, go to the baseball game and enjoy the game, have some good food, and how about our boys baseball team coming around?
So just go to the App Store and go Chick-fil-A one, get it on your phone, and go from there. That's how you order.
That's right. Yeah, it's very, very straightforward, simple. And then you come here and scan it, and this becomes your store. And then we send out, when you order stuff, we send out freebies a lot, and then you also earn points, and you can cash those points in for different items. You can accrue enough points and feed your office workers if you wanted to, or feed a nonprofit, or there's a lot of great things you can do with the points. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Win-win for everybody. So hours are open?
6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and
Closed on Sundays.
Closed on Sundays.
Yep.
You may see me here pressure washing on Sunday, but we're closed.
We're closed.
Yeah.
One of our great sponsors, folks, love promoting Chick-fil-A of Elizabethton, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by, David Nanny, our buddy from the Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Tom. Doing great.
Yes. Thank you for coming as always and promoting what's going on with the Parks and Rec. So,
you're welcome.
Is it Borderline? Is that what we got coming up?
Borderline, yeah, the Borderline Band. They'll be here. They'll be at Covered Bridge Park Saturday night at 7 o'clock, and hopefully we'll have better weather than we've had in the last few weeks. We had a great group on this past Saturday, and the weather last two Saturdays, the weather kind of dampened our crowd a little bit.
Messed us up.
Not to pardon the pun, but it really did. We had two great, phenomenal groups, and we still had, like 150 people there, but there would have been 500 people there.
Sure, nothing like it could have been.
Yeah.
Seems like every Saturday night it rains.
Oh, it's 7 o'clock. It's like clockwork, but that's all right.
Yeah.
It's dry. We need the rain. But anyway, this week, Borderline, they play a lot of classic country. They play some rock and roll. They're a fantastic group. It'll be a great evening from 7 to 9. We have food trucks, tin can diner, sideshow concessions. He'll be there, and Karma Corn. He makes, all the different popcorns, and it's a fun time. Great family atmosphere, food, free music. You can't beat it.
Karma Corn.
That's right.
Not caramel, Karma Corn.
Karma.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good play on words.
Yeah, and of course, we're very fortunate. We have some great sponsors: Northeast Community Credit Union, the Elizabethton Chamber of Commerce, Carter County Tourism, Elizabethton Star, WBEJ, and the Carter County Parks and Recreation Board. And these folks help us. We present this. We try to find the best we can find, and it's working. People are enjoying it, and that's why we're here.
Free concert enhances, in my opinion, the quality of life in Elizabeth and Carter County.
Absolutely.
Free concert. Of course, you want to buy the food, you got to pay for that, obviously. But just go down, plop down a chair or a blanket, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the music. This coming Saturday, Borderline. So this group plays what kind of genre?
They play some country,
Yeah.
and they play a lot of they play classic country, and they play some rock and roll. They're just they're the all around band. You know, but you know, a little bit of everything. A lot of country.
I think I've asked you this. Ask Andrew this one time. Maybe I've asked you. Maybe we've been down this trail before, but I'm going to do it again. If you could front row seats any concert of any performer, alive or dead, who would you go see? If I said you and Stephanie, I got tickets for you two to go to a show, who would you go see? I like on the front row.
Right on the front row. Boy, that's tough.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I was gonna say I'm a huge Beatles fan. I've seen Paul McCartney once.
Yeah.
And that was cool. I don't know if it would maybe the Eagles.
Okay. The Eagles or John Paul, George, and Ringo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's two pretty good ones. All right. So just
Or you know,
just a random question.
Fleetwood Mac would be great.
Fleetwood Mac be good, although Christian McVie's gone.
Right. Exactly.
I think I read where they're going to kind of fizzle out.
Yeah. They are. In their heyday, that would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Listen, I love music.
I
you
do
know?
too.
I mean, it's and I love old rock and roll. I love country. I love bluegrass.
Yep.
And you know, I can take some. I mean, I like blues. I can take some jazz.
Yeah.
You know, just especially live music. You know.
Me and him's kindred spirits.
Yeah.
We can listen about anything.
Yeah.
Bluegrass, Southern gospel,
Absolutely.
contemporary Christian.
Definitely.
I was interesting in the car coming over. I was listening to Alabama. I'm gonna flip over in my travels today and probably listen to a little Rhonda Vincent, The Rage,
Oh
a little,
man,
little
can't beat
bluegrass.
that. Oh yeah.
Whew.
Yes.
What's the song? If you don't love God, you can't something.
You don't love your brother.
That's it.
Yeah,
You don't love God, you don't love your brother.
Yeah.
What a song by Rhonda
Oh,
Vincent.
that'll set you on fire.
Oh baby, that'll get you rolling.
That's
As a
right.
matter of fact, we have not done the verse today. We need to do that. Would you do the honors if I pull this up? Would you read it for me?
Sure, I'll give it my best shot.
Oh,
I
it's-
didn't bring my glasses, but I can probably see.
That's all right. So we'll pull up David and Annie, and
Yeah.
John 14:27 says,
Peace I leave you, my peace I give you. I do not give you.
yeah,
You're gonna have to read it. I can't see it.
Glasses.
I'm sorry,
Gotcha.
brother. I don't know.
peace I live with you.
Yeah, I leave with
My
you.
peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid.
Yeah.
John 14:27. Peace I live with. I said it wrong again. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. John 14:27. So there
You
you
know
go.
what's so funny, and I've got you know several versions of the Bible that I read, and I've got an NIV that I've been using lately, and an NASB, but I as a child I memorized things in the King James version, and I'll start reading it, and it'll my mind
Click.
Yes, and I'll be thinking King James, and it's like you look at it, you can't even read it,
Yeah.
and it's
Yep.
it's funny how that works, but man, that's deep. That's a great verse.
Yep.
And gosh, the peace of God that passes all understanding. I
Yep.
mean, we don't understand how we can be in so much trouble or have so much around us
Going
and
on.
and then God can just gives us that peace, that calm assurance
Yep.
that He's in control.
There's the Hobbs boys, Harrison, and just went totally blank.
Yep.
He's on the basketball team. Dan,
Okay.
what's Hobbs' first name? I went blank. Little one's Harrison. Big one is, he's player of the game 3 or 4 times.
Oh man.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Harrison
you.
and something Hobbs. Anyway, they're here. He works
Good
here.
deal.
So, anyway, it's coming up Borderline on Saturday night. Anything else going on right now?
Well, the following Saturday is our big bluegrass jamboree.
Yep.
And that will have Tim Decker, Tennessee River. I'm trying to think of the local group that I. Anyway,
Look what I brought.
wow, I'm glad because my mind is completely
Ralph
deficient.
Stanley II,
Yes.
Tim Decker, Tennessee River, and Stemwinder.
Stemwinder. That's what I was
Stemwinder.
trying to think of. Great group, great bunch of guys. And then, like you said, the headliner, of course, will be Ralph Stanley.
The second.
The second.
Yeah.
And he's awesome. I'm telling you, it's well worth the price of admission, which is absolutely free.
Yeah.
So you come, we'll have a bunch of food trucks, we'll have great bluegrass music, and come early, bring your chair. There'll be a ton of people there, but it'll be a good night, great evening.
This Saturday night will be Borderline, free, downtown Cover Bridge, the Jams. Come early, bring a chair, get ready to enjoy some music.
Absolutely.
Let's hope this for Saturday night the weather will hold off.
Yes, sir.
You want me to check real quick?
Yeah.
I can do that for you. I'd have this guy here all day long. I love this guy.
Well, I enjoy being here, too.
I love you coming, man. Your girl, let me tell you about let me hit this real fast. Sunny, 81, a 5% chance of rain on Saturday.
Oh, that's good.
So
Good.
in the evening, it says partly cloudy, low in the 50s. You're probably talking 65, 70 start time.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect weather.
So Borderline this Saturday. Cover
Absolutely.
Bridge Jams, downtown Elizabethton. Free concert means zero. No dinero.
Nope,
All
not
right.
a penny.
Are you hungry?
Yeah,
All right.
always.
Next week, we'll start talking a little college football, so do your homework.
Awesome. We'll do it.
Maybe some NFL,
Yeah, we can do
the
that.
Fins.
Oh, I gotta go. Keep charging onward and upward. Dolphins are gonna.
He's a Dolphins fan.
I don't know how they and the Raiders are gonna make it in the Super Bowl, but it'll happen somehow.
Somehow it's going to
we'll
be
make
there.
it work.
The Raiders. There you go. All right. Get you some
All right,
lunch,
brother.
sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Quick break. We'll be right back. She's in the house. Andrea Lewis joins us next on the Tom Daly Sports.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher that can offer seafood meal prep, suggest the perfect sides to pair, and even steam and peel your shrimp. All at no extra cost. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
I bet he'd be great at helping with the laundry.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Coming up, we'll be talking some college baseball. Tennessee taking on the winner of the Penn Southern Miss game in the Super Regional in baseball, and I think it's going to be in Knoxville. The Lady Vols play tonight against the Lady Seminoles of Florida State at 7 o'clock. So they're still alive in the College World Series for the ladies in Oklahoma. So Lady Vols, big win, and so they're still alive playing. That's great. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball, the NBA Finals. Again, the Heat even it up in a game apiece. Did you watch it?
I watched the Tennessee girls play, and
Softball.
they were losing. Did they lose 3-0, 0-3?
They won it.
They won.
Came back to win.
I don't know what I was watching. What was the score at the end? Do you remember? Because I was watching that yesterday, trying to lay in the sun and then come in and watch it real quick and then go back out. And
I have that for you. It
not
was
remember.
beat Oklahoma State. What's it say? 3-1.
I was looking at it wrong, I guess.
And Tennessee.
That's awesome.
They'll play Florida State tonight at 7 o'clock. That's the
Okay.
Lady Seminoles. So,
Awesome. Have to watch it.
yeah. So did you get? You're laying out in the sun and going back in, back and forth.
Yeah,
watch
it was like trying to keep up with it.
Yeah.
So it's fun though.
Yeah.
I think those games look really fun, especially down there in Knoxville. So
Them girls can play. I mean, they
It's
bring out
unreal.
softball.
I cannot believe how good some players are, like
Yeah.
especially female sports. It's
Yep.
amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And those pitchers, I don't see how their arms don't fall off. To be honest with you. I mean, I know they're doing fast pitch, but you would think with
Could
the
you
torque.
imagine like the physical therapy and all the work it takes after the game and preparing for a game?
And the torque on your arm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh yeah.
but they say it's easier to do that underhand, the ladies, than it is overhand with baseball's guys.
I could agree. I believe that is probably true.
Yeah.
I could see that.
So the Lady Vols play tonight against the Lady Seminoles of Florida
Awesome.
State. We have in my fingertips the Elizabeth and River Riders baseball refrigerator magnet schedule. That's pretty cool. Thanks for bringing that. That's cool.
Yeah. There's 4 there. You can hand them out.
There
or
you
come
go.
get it at the main office at our 980 Jason Witten Way main office in Elizabethton. We've got general admission tickets for free, and we've got reserve tickets to every home game while supplies last. So I'm sure you've seen the trivia on our Facebook. There's a new one today, but come by and get you tickets.
Opening night is tomorrow night
We'll be there.
against the defending champion, the Kingsport Axemen, defending champ from a year ago. So, hello, Jimmy Buck. Hello, Dixie McDuffie. How you kids doing? We're live here again. Hello, Rick down in Pensacola. We are live again at Elizabeth and Chick-fil-A. Peach milkshakes and the spicy chicken biscuit come back next Monday at all Chick-fil-A's. So, stop by the credit union. It was hopping. Let's see, Mackenzie was a lady waiting on me over there the other day. And then, Betsy. Is there a Betsy?
There's a Betsy.
Betsy.
Yes.
All right. Those two, the different times I was in there doing a great job. So taking care of people's needs. Stopped by the one on Oakland Avenue and saw Mrs. Blevins, and that she was had a loan processing and one in the lobby waiting. So busy time.
It's a busy time.
Yep.
We're not slowing down.
No.
That's okay, though. Keep us busy.
And you're looking for help. I think
We are.
everybody's
We're
looking for
hiring.
help, but you're looking for
We
some.
are. We're hiring. We want, reliable, friendly, motivated, set the standard, real high. And I think that's important because we're all about serving our members, and it does take patience, and it does take time, and friendliness and kindness and all the above.
Yep. So you're looking for some frontline people.
Yes.
How do we apply? Do we go
You
online?
can apply on our website. You can fill out the form, or you can come in and fill out the form. And we also request that you send a resume if you can, and there is details of where to send that. You can also drop it off at our main office as well.
Steve McCauley, FCA, joins us next. We're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth on the Tom Davis Sports Show. We got a car show coming up. We got to pump that. It's coming up in 2 weeks. Is that right?
It is. It's June the 17th. We are allowing our space at our main office at 980 Jason Witten Way for a benefit car show, Loaves and Fishes Outreach Ministry. All the proceeds go to the ministry. Feeds our people in our community. So it's just an awesome way to give to your fellow citizens, your neighbors, and it's only $10 to enter a vehicle, motorcycle, and it's free for anyone to come look at them. So, and I think he's going to have vendors, he's going to have food and giveaways, door prizes, all the fun stuff. It's 12:30 to 4:30, June the 17th, Saturday, the day before Father's Day.
Yeah, a week from this Saturday. Is that right?
I believe so.
I don't know. We're
Right.
about to look. We are
This month's
here.
already flying. Yeah,
We're here. There's the night. Yeah, week from Saturday.
you got 2 weeks to go.
Yep. To get signed up. Is that how you do it? So, saw Serena at Food City on Friday. She happened to be in there shopping for the ministry, and she was bragging on you off air. She said, lady came down. She said, that's hard work. She said, it is hard work. But she said, Andrew came down and volunteered your time. So, good job.
Thank you.
She was bragging on you off air.
It was
So,
a blessing, and I'm encouraging others to do it. And just because you gotta move a little bit, move your arms and fill some boxes, it's fun. The time goes fast, and you get to meet some awesome people. There's a gentleman, I believe his name's Daniel, and he works so hard in the back there, and very meticulous and very, very just good at what he does. So
Yeah.
Well, you made a good point last week. Make a lot of good points. Last week you said, and it's true, this is the time of year when most kids don't get the proper nutrition because school's out. They get to school, they get, breakfast and a lunch, maybe an afternoon snack. This time of year they don't because school's out. So the hunger need goes up for kids in particular because, they're out of school, as we said. So that alone would be a good reason to get involved. Either roll up your sleeves and help them like Andrea did, or make a monetary donation, or both. And so I can promise you, she takes every penny and every dollar and stretches it to the nth degree to get as much bang for the buck as she can. We're talking about Serena. And so it's here. And she told me, I can't remember how many she feeds. I want to say 500 families. I think that's what she said.
It's like 300 a night. It's probably more since I was there, like a couple of weeks ago. I'm not kidding. 300 was just one night a week, and they do it 4 nights a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
So they actually sit them down and feed them?
They do not. They have
Give the boxes.
amazing,
Okay.
line of people just putting the boxes out there. They also have hot meals. So the ladies are cooking hot meals while we're stuffing the boxes. It's incredible.
It's a machine, isn't it?
It's like a machine, yeah.
A well-oiled machine, moving them in, moving them out.
Yeah.
So, again, it's helping Elizabeth and Carter County. There are other nonprofits at other parts around the Tri-Cities are watching the show wherever you are. If you're in Gray, Kingsport, Johnson City, Jonesboro, Greenville, wherever you are, get involved and help these folks feed the hungry. As we said, in particular, young little people. It breaks my heart to know those kids go to bed hungry every night.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be that way. And you can make a difference. And so you can come to this car show a week from Saturday and contribute there. And all that money, she said, goes into the kitty 100% to help the Loaves and Fishes Ministry.
Yes.
So there you go. You guys are always doing something cool, helping the community. You'll be tomorrow night. You'll be ready to go for the opening night of the River Riders.
And we will also be at the farmers market because we are a sponsor for that too.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow we've got people going everywhere. We've got the Elizabeth and River Riders gates open at 6. Game starts at 7. We'll be there giving away fun things and fun items. And then farmers market, we will also be there for the length of the first night. It's the first night they're doing it. They're doing it every Tuesday night in the summer. So Elizabeth and farmers market, awesome. Local produce, fresh, can't go wrong. Come down, Cover Bridge, down to Elizabethan.
Is that where it's at? Is that where it's at?
Near
on
the
Cover
park.
Bridge?
Yes,
Okay.
in the park.
In the park. Farmers Market tomorrow night.
Yes.
All right. Great job as always. Back next Monday, I hope.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Yep. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll be joined by Steve McCauley, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Making a difference, getting God's word out to the student athletes around the area. We'll take a look at that right after this from Cannon Dental. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on show number 1866. They said it wouldn't work. 1866 heading to 2000 on the Tom Douglas Sports Show.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
From Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors. You work with pediatrics at PTS. Tell me about that.
I do not. I work with pediatric athletes, but yes, we do pediatric at 1500 in the medical care building. That's when they work with people that they're developmentally delayed, where they're having a hard time walking, crawling, that kind of thing. Also, Down syndrome, autism, all of that. And so they work, PT and OT work in conjunction with each other to help these kids get back to normal life.
Something that they treat a lot more than I realized, headaches. A lot of folks come in with headaches and you help them. Tell me about that.
Yep. So headaches can come from the neck. It can come from, you can have vertigo and headaches and that kind of thing. So what we do is we do an evaluation, see if we can kind of pinpoint where those headaches are coming from, either refer them out if they need other help from like an ENT or something like that, a migraine specialist, or if we think that we can help them, we'll treat their neck and whatever other issues that they have going along with that.
Social media, how do we find you?
We have Facebooks for the pediatric and the ortho clinics, and then you can either call us or find me on a sideline somewhere.
Dr. Aaron Kaiser, one of our great sponsors with Physical Therapy Services of Cyclone Football and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live and we're on the road here. We are at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this Monday. Again, thanks for being with us wherever you may be. Again, we appreciate Andrew Lewis stopping by and Leslie Broccoli and David Nanny. Steve McCall is getting ready to be with us from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Here's the Athletes Bible we talked about the other day, the FCA, and so he's going to tell us all about this. And they gave away a case to these rascals today at Happy Valley, which I think is really, really cool. So that is, and we appreciate him very much. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball. And we'll do that coming up here in a few minutes. But we're joined by Steve. Hello, sir.
Hey.
There you go. Look there.
Good to be with you.
These, how many did you pass out today, Dave?
My assistant over here kept track, like 15 or 20, right? Probably 10 from each box. We had 2 boxes, so 15 or 20 Bibles. And we're going to bring more. We're going to order more. I got a donation today. I'm going to order more right now as soon as we're done here. We're going to go back every Monday to Happy Valley football. Talk to Coach Jarrett, and we're going to have a team huddle every Monday for 10 or 15 minutes at the end of their practice. I'd love to do that with every team in the county and in Elizabethton High School if we can.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
The Athletes Bible, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So these guys willingly take these, right?
Yep. They willingly took them, and I had one of the students close in prayer. Didn't get his name, but he big boy, and What I do, I just say, hey guys, this is student-led, student-driven, student-initiated. In fact, just as a disclaimer, we don't need to do it, but just I tell Coach, and Coach did it this morning. Before the huddle, he says, hey guys, you don't need to stay here. We're going to talk about the Bible and God and Jesus and stuff. He said, you don't need to stay here. You don't have to be here. You can leave, or you can go in the locker room or whatever. And they all stayed. But we have to give that disclaimer that we're not Bible thumping anybody to line up. We're going to thump you over the head with the Bible.
Right.
We want to share God's word, the gospel of God's grace. We're not passing out licenses to sin. That's what we get accused of when we talk about grace, right? Mm-hmm. It's not about that. It's about, what did Jesus say to the woman who'd been married 5 times? Where he said, go and sin no more. That's the gospel. It's like, I've paid the price for you. Once you get a changed heart, that's your motive. It says in Titus that the grace of God keeps us living a godly life in Christ Jesus. It's not getting thumped over the head with the Bible or being afraid that we're going to slip up and go to hell. There's another good coach right over there. Yep. But anyway, we have so many neat ministry opportunities through sports, and people think when school shuts down, we just take the summer off. We're actually busier in some ways in the summer because we've got all these teams. They're practicing. They actually have time to listen. They have time to come around and be leaders on their team. And I saw 5 or 6 kids today that I can tell just by looking at the way they were responding. that they are leaders, and we challenge them to step up in leadership on their team. To you be spiritual leaders on your team. And I talked about that we're body, soul, and spirit. You know, we've got the body and soul part down in our society, but we forget about the spiritual part. And that's where FCA comes in. We're not going to tell the coaches how to coach the body or the psychiatrists how to train the mind. We're interested in the spirit. We're interested in God making, by his power of the resurrection, making dead spirits alive in Christ.
Yep.
And the only way to do that is to hear the gospel and to respond. And I showed it to one of the kids today that took one of the Bibles. I showed him this, and I gave him one of those bracelets. Yeah.
Mhm.
We're going to bring more bracelets next
I've
week.
had 3 people tell me since they saw the segment they want the bracelets.
Yeah.
So I need bracelets.
So it's the 4 spiritual laws. It's basic, but a student athlete or any student, doesn't have to be an athlete, can share, or coach can share the basic principles of the gospel in about 5 minutes or less, like 3 minutes.
Mhm.
But it's awesome. It's the 4 spiritual laws. God loves you. You're separated by your sin. Jesus made a bridge for that separation.
Mhm.
What are you going to do about it? So it's awesome. It's wonderful. So thanks for your support.
Yep. We're all about it, folks. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes. To find out more, what's the website?
FCAUppereastTN.org.
All right. Want you back soon.
I'll come back anytime. I got my assistant over here.
I want him to get on the next
get
time.
on here. Okay, come on, Daniel.
I got about a minute. I want to get Daniel on here real quick.
I'll put a link in the comments for our website.
Okay. Hello, Dan the man. How you doing?
Doing well.
Yes. How's your summer doing, hanging out with your dad?
It's going good.
Good. All right. So tell me real quick how things went at Happy Valley Day in your estimation.
Yeah, it went very well. I think all the players were engaging. I think they really liked it, and it's a blessing that they all had 15, 20 take Bibles today.
Are you back this year or did you graduate?
I'm back at EHS.
Good. Got another year as football manager?
Yes, we're 74 days away from kickoff.
74 days, you're right. 74 days to kickoff. Dan the man's one of the football managers of Cyclone football and does a wonderful job. Coach Whitten brags on him all the time, so we couldn't get half the stuff done at practice because you're out there. You've been a manager now, what, 2 or 3 years?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So he kind of knows the ropes now, so Coach Whitten just says do it. You know, it's not like he's a young, just learning. He's been there. He's one of the pros, been around with experience. He just says do it, and you know what to do every practice.
Yes, sir.
Get everything, get the tackling dummies ready and the water things ready to go for the players to get water and the whole thing. So it's good. So you had a good visit today at Happy Valley.
Yes.
All right. Your father's pretty cool. Just keep on keeping on, and I like it, FCA shirt. It looks sharp on you.
Thank you.
All right. Dan, I call him Dan the man, Daniel McCauley. Good guy.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Quick break. We'll be right back. Here's another good guy coming. We bring in the heavy hitters in the literal sense. He was on it last night. Goodness gracious, shucking the corn. Our buddy, our pastor, he joins us next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
More from Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. 'Tis the season. Tell us what it's all about here, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance.
It is. It's about asphalt and concrete. Asphalt paving, asphalt striping, asphalt sealing, asphalt crack fill, asphalt maintenance of all sorts, from driveways to basketball courts, sidewalks for concrete and driveways and pads. We've been in business for over 20 years serving the greater Northeast Tennessee area.
Mm-hmm.
So give us a call. We're building up for the year and taking off right now.
323-8726. You make that phone call, you get an estimator coming out to give you an estimate. Step us through that. How does that work?
Well, it's no obligation. So you call our office, and generally we're, next day, 2 or 3 days at most.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 2 estimators, a maintenance estimator and a paving estimator, and we'll get whichever fits your needs out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's a conversation. We want to hear what you want, see what kind of, what shape your driveway's in, and just give you our recommendations. Sometimes, most of the time, that results in an estimate. Get a price on what it is for us to come out there and repair it. Sometimes it's just a conversation on, hey, we'll see you in a couple years, or, you don't need any work right now.
323-8726, the number to call. As you heard him say, for no obligation estimate. They'll be out in a couple of days, and they're in, they're out, they're on the way. They go all across the Tri-Cities geographically. They go all the different stops. So wherever you may be, you think maybe we're too far out. Nope, call and see. 323-8726. Social media, how do we find you?
You find us on Facebook, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance.
Yep, and also on the web?
BrackenPaving.com.
There you go. And there it's just that easy, folks. Give these folks a call. Asphalt or concrete, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Proud sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live as we are, so let's run down. Let's do it again for you. Here's the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross unashamedly, got my fingers in his belt loops. I did like Frank Sinatra and Elvis. I tried it my way a long time. Didn't work.
Didn't work.
Nope. Doing it his way now, it's a whole lot better. I'll tell you that. It's exciting. John 14:27 says, peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Man, what a great advice in this day and age, to not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid, because, man, a lot of stress out there if you let it get to you. But you know what? He's in control.
He is. Actually, twice in John 14, it said, let not your heart be troubled.
Yep.
Once at the beginning, once at the end. And I say it this way, we live in a troubled world, but we don't have to have a troubled heart. And knowing the Lord and the peace that comes with that. And we talked a little bit about that yesterday morning.
Yep.
And the peace of God.
His sermon rattled the cages. You can go back and watch it on the Pleasant Beach website, I guess. So we find it.
I think so. Yeah, I think there's a link there that says the latest message. Of course, it's on YouTube and Facebook. Sometimes a little easier to find on YouTube, the way that they catalog things. I don't understand it completely how that works. I usually just ask our buddy to send me one when I need it and let him find it for me.
There you go. Tennessee baseball, man, they're rocking. They're going to play either Penn or Southern Miss. There's a chance they can host. Is that correct?
It is. We came in the other night, and Cassie's like, Daddy, it's we've been working on Bible school today. Said, like Tennessee, it's like the 9th or 11th inning, tied, and they got runners on first and third. So I turned it on. And, well, once a game like that, once it's on, you can't quit watching it. And I was up to the 14th inning, and I knew I had to preach the next day and knew we had Bible school starting, but you kind of hooked on it.
Good hook.
And now I'm kind of hooked a little bit. Like we even, after Bible school last night, Brother Greg comes in the office like, let's check that score. We was up 6-2, and then I kept it. I think we beat Charlotte last night.
9-2.
9-2. We ended up being the final.
Does Biden know you two are together?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably does.
So they won 9-2. So they'll play the winner of Penn and Southern Miss coming out of the Auburn Regional.
Right.
And if Penn wins, we're at home. If Southern Miss wins, we travel. Is that correct?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Southern Miss and us both have put a bid in to host the Super Regional, and I don't remember the team. There's another team that would have been ranked nationally that got upset in their regional, and so it opened the door for us to have the possibility to host. So that'll be an NCAA decision. I believe they said Tuesday at 10 o'clock from what I read last night. I don't want to pretend like I know, but I was curious because I knew there was a chance now for us to host that Super Regional. And, of course, Tony Vitello and those others are kind of pushing that way because of the great crowd. And he said it doesn't really matter whether we play here or somewhere else. The Vols are going to follow. Vol fans. And so Auburn was the one I think got upset. Yeah.
Yep, it did.
And so that one seed over there, and then us beating Clemson, the one seed here, it would really make us the 2 seed. And then if Southern Miss is the 2 seed in the upper half of that bracket, it's kind of a toss-up. And the NCAA makes that decision. And we all know, you've been following us a long time, only the Lord knows. And sometimes I'm not sure he knows what the NCAA is going to do. And I don't say that irreverently to the Lord, but some things make sense, some things don't. And a lot of people thought Tennessee should have hosted a regional, and as they have for the last several years, but they didn't get the opportunity to.
But they're still playing. That's the bottom line. And already punching their ticket to go to the next round. Wake Forest to play Alabama. You've got It's reached that point.
Yeah, Wake Forest, Alabama, Texas. Stanford.
Texas will play the Stanford, Texas A&M. LSU and Oregon State play today to decide that regional out of Baton Rouge. And they'll play the winner Kentucky, Indiana, coming out of the Lexington regional. They got to play today. We mentioned the Auburn regional involving Tennessee over on this side of the bracket. In Gainesville, Florida and Texas Tech will play. The winner will get South Carolina. In Conway, South Carolina, Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers, which is a rooster, against the Duke Blue Devils. And the winner of that will play Virginia. Oregon and Oral Roberts are already decided. And then Indiana State will play the winner of Arkansas and TCU playing today in Fayetteville. Oral Roberts, is he still alive? He's gone, isn't he?
He's
he
gone.
passed away?
Yeah.
So pretty impressive Oral Roberts baseball team, 49-11, the 4th seed. So that's who's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 have already punched their ticket.
9 out of 16 set to play, and so we didn't get one of those national 16 seeds, and but the SEC, obviously a strong baseball conference. And
then the Lady Vols playing tonight against the Lady Seminoles of Florida State.
Yeah.
Who can play? They both can play.
They had a tough draw in their regional.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch a lot of softball, but I think that Oklahoma team was 50-something and 1 that beat us the other night.
Yeah. It's pretty entertaining. I mean, I haven't done the Cyclone softball. I kind of got hooked. And now you sit and watch it on TV, watch college softball. These girls, they can play.
The speed of the game,
it's
closeness of the bases, and then just the bang, bang. It is a different game, and it is really exciting to watch. A few years ago, I can't remember, Monica Abbott, I think, was the girl at UT. That kind of the first time I really started watching a little bit of college softball. My girls were old enough, and they enjoyed it. And so we kind of keep up with them, too.
Yep. So they play tonight at 7 o'clock. The guys to be determined this weekend, as we said, in the Super Regional. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. The next Monday, spicy chicken biscuit back on the menu, and the peach milkshakes are back starting next Monday. You like peach milkshakes?
Well, I like about every milkshake, but the problem is they like me too, and they hang on. And so I got told somebody I got to get back to my beach body for this summer.
I'm not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. But anyway, peach milkshakes are coming in next Monday for the summer. Bible school, night number 2 last night. I thought was the Lord honored our efforts, and I thought it was a very productive night.
It was a wonderful night. I'm always a little stressed because there's just, without an exaggeration, hundreds of loose ends.
Moving parts.
A lot of moving parts. But, we have a great group of workers.
Unbelievable.
Just from, we talked about decorating the last couple of weeks and just ideas. And then people come and make that happen. And then, people organizing. Of course, my wife does a lot of the organizing behind the scenes. And then the food. And, there's always a little stress points here and there. And I told them last night, I said, the big thing I want to ask the Lord to help us do is as we minister, that we'd minister in the Lord's strength. And that we'd be able to serve with joy, because we want these kids to see the joy of the Lord. And, of course, we want them to make spiritual decisions, and some of them that are ready to make decisions on salvation. And I think we did have a teen girl saved last night, and thankful for that. And you're just working at it to get the gospel there. But most of all, you want to show the love of the Lord and the light of the Lord to another generation. And I want to try to serve the Lord with a great attitude.
Night number 2 tonight at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. So if you missed last night, that's okay. Come tonight. 6:30, we'll be cranking it up. So if you've not been there, we couldn't get there last night, Sunday night, cool. Come tonight. We'll be there every night till Thursday. And it's a lot of fun. The teenagers had like 50 teenagers.
We had 50 teenagers, 7th grade and up. We're really, I'll be honest with you, it shocked us. That's about twice what we expected. A few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, we made the decision to have something, because you got these kids just finished 6th grade, and they're not really quite ready to be workers per se. And so, but then we went ahead and did middle school and high school, and it worked out. It worked out wonderfully well. And of course, we had a great group of workers. Stephen led that part of it, but then we had a lot of our just great, solid lay people helping there, and just really, we're always scrambling a little bit, but we're thankful that we had just under 200 kids, 90 some kids,
196,
and so that's an amazing number. And we probably had 100 workers. I didn't see the final number, but and that's a thrilling thing. And you walked out there, and it was I told Brother Kevin we was talking after the rally, after I'd done preaching, and I said, it's a little eerily calm, like it's going a little too smooth for the first night. But, I know we have a lot of people praying.
Yep.
And I gave them 6 or 7 things to pray for. I said, pray for safety. You got a lot of moving parts, a lot of kids. And then I said, pray for open hearts, that God would speak to them. Not every decision is a salvation decision, but, you make a lot of decisions as a young person on your direction of life. And, whether that's beginning in third, 4th, 5th grade, all the way up to seniors in high school, you want them to make spiritual decisions, and we want to pray that the Lord blesses and gives those kids that are ready for salvation. And then I mentioned to you already about praying for that we'd serve in the Lord's strength and serve with the joy of the Lord. So I know we got a lot of people praying.
Yep, we do. And so we would encourage you to come. Let me just say something about Mrs. Fowler and Mrs. Stout for that. So Pastor Stout was predecessor, got it all started at Pleasant Beach. Well, he didn't get it all started, but he took it to where it was, and then he retired. Mrs. Stout, behind every good man is a great woman. Mrs. Stout did it for Pastor, and now Mrs. Fowler, trust me, she be the glue of that bunch. I'm going to tell you. You going to ask her something, usually you say, what? He'll say, go ask my wife.
Well,
more times than not, and Mrs. Fowler knows. So you got one of them Dick Tracy watches. So I keep thinking.
I do.
I thought you keep looking at the time thinking.
No, I just got a text, and one of the girls that got hurt, and Maddie just gave me a little update, and one of our friends. And,
see, I thought you were bored and clock watching, but you're actually getting messages.
I was got a text.
Okay.
So
anyway, Mrs. Fowler, behind every good man is a great woman, and Mrs. Fowler, I'm just telling you, she's awesome. So
well, we wouldn't get much done without her. I mean, we know that.
No, I'm paying her a compliment, paying you one too.
Well, I tell me and Brother Greg joke every now and then in the office. I said, I think she's supposed to work for me, but really I think we work for her.
Work for her? How long y'all been hitched up?
We've been married 26 years. June will be 27. June 28th this year will be 27 years.
Ask everybody this question. Where did you go? Where did you take her on your first date? You remember?
Oh, no. We were 13, 14 years old. We went to church together. Our families went to church together in La Folla Baptist Temple. And really, we talked on the phone. And our first dates, we weren't old enough to drive.
Sure.
And so most of that was like McDonald's on Sunday night after church.
There you go.
Her family went, the pastor went, some other families went, and that was about the.
You shared fries with her and all that.
Well, I didn't share fries. She put pepper on her fries back then. You think I'm making that up?
No, I'm not. I've heard you say that before.
And I just don't like pepper on my fries.
Yeah. And you married her anyway, so there you go.
I did marry her anyway.
Yeah.
She quit putting pepper on her fries. I don't know if that's because of me.
That's awesome. Again, tonight, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church, folks, we would love for you to come be a part of it. Again, if you missed last night, that's okay. Come on tonight, and it starts at 6:30. We'll get you registered.
Right.
Put you into the age-appropriate class, and away you go. You have game time, you have lesson time, and you have snack time.
Rally time, too.
And rally time, too.
And rally time, that's what we were in the auditorium together, and I preach a short message, and of course, they sing and have some games in there too, but then there is a physical game time outside, and then the snack time. Last night it was tacos. I don't know exactly what it is tonight. And then, of course, we have the lesson as they go through and different Bible stories and go to different rooms. And it's pretty neat night.
And looking forward to being part of it. Get to hang with him. He's pretty cool. He can shuck the corn. You need to go back and watch yesterday's message. And we've got some we got to run. I got to get caught up. I've got some I run at night here on the Sports Show Facebook page and YouTube. I'm running behind. I can get some of those out there for you to watch and digest and ingest. It's good stuff. Are you hungry?
Well, I am, but I've got to go to a funeral, Brother Tom.
Well, you better get going.
I've got
you got to get going.
One of our, probably a founding member, one of the families, and I was thinking today, what we did last night. Have all them workers, all them kids, and all that stuff. But, it started years ago with a few families that believed God wanted to have a church in that little community, and they stepped out on faith, and I don't know if they dreamed it would be what it is today, but I know God knew, and it's amazing to see how one generation affects another. And really, we talked about it this morning. You text me, but what that generation did for us, we're really just trying to do for another generation, and to teach them to know the Lord and to serve the Lord. And we're just excited about what the Lord's doing and grateful for those that have gone on before us and those that have paved the way. You know, I say this, and usually we only talk about it a few times a year, but I think about it more often than that is, you know, every generation stands on another generation's shoulders. And, you know, we look at that in America and we look at that in churches, and that's what we're trying to do.
Joel 1:3. This will close it. You got to get going. Tell it to your children. Let your children tell it to their children and their children to the next generation. That's what we're doing. We're advancing the gospel.
That's what we're working at every day.
So he's doing a funeral. He's going to turn around and do VBS tonight. So he wears a lot of hats. So he's my buddy. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, and thank you for the opportunity to stop by and encourage everybody to come. I know there's some other Bible schools in our community going on and a lot of good things, and so I'm thankful that we work in an area and serve in an area where people are trying to do something, you know, like the FCA and other churches in our community trying to reach people, and thankful that we can have a part in that as well.
Two thorns, but coming up next is the rose. She's in the house. My buddy Nicole Moore next. We're just a couple of good old boys. Are we going to the football game this year?
If you let me know when we're going.
We're going to see Tennessee play.
And we got to go down there.
Big Orange.
Hey, see if we can get the two of us 3 tickets so we got enough room.
We got some room?
No, that's a memory, isn't it?
Yes. I'll never forget that as long as I live. In fact, I was going through my phone tonight, saw the pictures of me and you. I had to borrow his shirt because I didn't have an orange shirt. And then we went into Dollar General and I bought a shirt. I borrowed your shirt, didn't I?
I can't remember. We was looking for rain. It's supposed to rain that day. I can't remember if we was looking for a sweatshirt and rain because it's a little cool.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if it
I had
was
to
a
borrow
rain
your
poncho
shirt.
or something. I can't remember, but I know remember the Dollar General. That guy changing that oil in the parking lot.
Parking lot of the Dollar General. Had the hood popped up, changed it. What was the name of that barbecue joint? Dead End
Barbecue.
Dead End Barbecue in Knoxville.
All our Knoxville friends will know that.
That's where I thought I was, too. I thought it was the dead end of the world. I thought, we're at a Dollar General. The old boy's got his car up on the rack, changing oil in the parking lot. I'm thinking,
but now, when they brought that platter of meat out down there at Dead End, you knew you was at the right place.
There was not much talking between him. I all saw his forehead doing this. We were getting after it.
Well, I've never led you astray when it comes to food or the Bible. I don't think those are two things I tell people. I said, I don't know a lot of things, but I said, I know a little bit about the Bible and a lot about food.
A lot about food. See you tonight, sir.
We'll see you in a little while. Thank you.
Quick break. We'll be right back. She is here. Nicole Moore next on the Tom Taylor Sports. Talking to Dr. Justice Smith, one of our great sponsors here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. A lot of them out there. What do you feel like separates physical therapy services from all the competition?
Well, number one is that we're local. The money that you spend with us stays here. This is not a large corporate venture that your money goes to Florida or Miami or up to Chicago or wherever. We are a true mom and pop facility. We pride ourselves on that, number one. Number two, we don't have a bunch of higher-ups, VPs, multiple presidents that we have to end up making a bunch of profit to be able to pad their pockets. The money that we make in physical therapy services, we reinvest back into the community. So that's why we have our Class 4 laser, we have our Ultra G, we have all the equipment that nobody else in the area has. And we can provide services and for the people of Elizabethton, of Carter County, Roan Mountain, Hampton, Stony Creek, Mountain City, Johnson City. That's why we have people from all over the area that flock to our facility because they know they're going to get the best care, state-of-the-art care with the most state-of-the-art equipment.
It's awesome. Can't top that, folks. Great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. And great folks at Physical Therapy Services. Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So what's going on right now at Ivy Hall Nursing Home?
Ivy Hall, we are accepting short-term and long-term residents. We definitely specialize in our short-term. We're very proud of our rehab department, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy. We want you to come. If you want, a couple weeks of rehab, we'll be happy to help you and get you back home. We'd love to have any long-term residents. If you need our services, we're here. We just want to be just to serve our community the best we can.
Why Ivy Hall Nursing Home? There's a lot of them out there. Why do you feel like you guys are the best?
Well, we just feel like that at Ivy Hall, it's a family-run business. My mom is the owner. Myself and my sister, we both work there. We just feel like you're going to get more personal touch at Ivy Hall. If you want to talk to the owner administrator, call, ask for Judy. We just want to provide the personal touch.
And they do. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook or ivyhallnursinghome.com if you'd like to apply for a job. We're hiring CNAs, LPNs, RNs, housekeeping, whatever. You can go on there and fill out an application, and somebody will get in touch with you.
One of our great sponsors here, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, our buddy Joseph Taylor right there, as you see, with Ivy Hall Nursing Home.
I walked into Chick-fil-A completely outnumbered. My husband was away at military leadership training, and the kids were doing this. Miss Carol brought me water, something to eat, and then before I knew it, she was tying Margot's shoes up and carrying her out to the car.
It always makes me feel good if I help somebody.
I went in the next day because I just wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her help.
I'm just so glad there was somebody there when she really needed it.
That's gonna go on my refrigerator.
As we said, it would be the Beauty and the Beast, the Thorns, the two thorns and the rose, however you want to do it. Mrs. Moore's in the house. Hello, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Good summer so far?
Yep. I can't believe it's June already.
Mm-hmm.
Summer's going to be over before we know it. It's going to be football season.
74 days to kickoff.
See, I knew you'd know.
Yep. So, how many days till Christmas, do you know?
Oh, no.
Let's look that up real quick.
Golly.
As you're talking about
It's
back
depressing.
to Lady at church yesterday said, Christmas is coming. Be quiet. Don't say that.
It is.
I'm going to give you the exact date. Go ahead and tell us about Back to School Bash.
Okay, so Elizabethton City Schools Back to School Bash this year is July 31st, which is on a weeknight this year. We're doing it different than on a Saturday. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. July 31st at the stadium. There's going to be the same thing. The police department is doing their thing where they do like an obstacle course and everything. They're giving away a lot of giveaways, bicycles, fishing poles, all kinds of stuff. We have 23 vendors that are set up so far. We have a lot of people that have donated, like as gold sponsors, which is $1,000 or more. So we've had a lot of great community partners this year with Ballad, Northeast Community Credit Union, Carter County Christian Men's Fellowship, AmeriGroup, Calvary Baptist, Eastman Credit Union, because they're coming to, this area.
Right.
Carter County Parks and Rec, Elizabethton Police Department, Carter County Health Department, Elizabethton Coordinated School Health, East River Park, Lane and Thompson, Heating and Cooling, and Little Caesars donated a bunch.
So these are the gold sponsors.
Yeah.
July.
So their name will be on a bag. We're not doing backpacks this year. We're doing tote bags. So their name will be on the back of the tote bag as a gold sponsor. The bags will still have school supplies in them. And then also, if your kid does need a backpack, each school will have a backpack. So on the first day of school, they can ask.
July 31st.
Yes.
To be here before you know it. Excuse me. So, yep. How do we get involved? How come somebody else say, okay, I may not be a gold sponsor, but I'll jump in and give this or give
We
that?
still would like sponsors because we still need money to buy some school supplies. You can be a silver sponsor or a bronze. I guess the biggest thing is what you need to do is go to ecschools.net, go to the top under community, and the first link is Back to School Bash. You can click on there, you can sign up to be a vendor. We're still taking vendor applications. This year we are providing tables and chairs for the vendors, and it's inside, so that's kind of different. And we will be providing food in the cafeteria. So
It's been on the football field this year. We're going to take it inside because it was pretty hot there last year.
It's really hot. And
coming
we've
off
had a
that turf.
couple of kids that have really gotten sick or, 1 year passed out.
Mhm.
So this year we're doing it to kind of meet the needs of people that maybe work on a Saturday but can come after work during the week, and it's cooler. And
Heat's pounding down out there on that football turf, so they're bringing it in, taking it inside, which is good. July the 31st, which would fall on a Saturday, is that right?
no, we're not having it on a Saturday. It's during a weeknight. You're going to have to.
I got it right here.
Okay,
July
great.
31st would be on a Monday.
Yep. I knew it was Monday or Tuesday.
Monday night, Back to School Bash, on July 31st. So if you want to get involved, do we just get a hold of you? We call you, or what do we do?
You can call me, or you can, like I said, go to ecschools.net. Under the very top tab, it says community, and you go under there and it shows all the community resources that we have. The first one is Back to School Bash. It has the vendor form where you can click on there, sign up as a vendor, and then you can also do donations online too.
Yep. All to help the kids. That's what it's all about. Give them a quote unquote leg up, get them ready to go for the new school year.
Yep.
So, and a lot of these kids, some do. A lot of these kids, this is it. School supplies is what we can generate for them. This is all they're going to get, right? Because they're in tough spots, and we know that. So, since beating that dead horse, but some kids just don't have the financial wherewithal to, purchase school supplies. Just don't, for whatever reason. And the reason really doesn't matter, in fact, is they can't. So we're filling the gap for them, right?
Right.
So
also, each school will have a booth set up, and you can go and meet the principal and different stuff there at that school. So it's exciting.
I think
It'll be great.
Mr. Van Us has suggested I stream that.
Yep.
I think that's kind of going to be inside the gym.
It is.
And they are sanding the floor and redoing the floor in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So
working on it right now. Just came from there.
here's the folks that need to get their horns tooted are the custodial staffs.
They're amazing.
Because they're stripping the floors, they're moving. You go into any of the schools, see a lot of the desks in the hallways because they're redoing the floors in the rooms and just doing general cosmetic maintenance, get ready for the new school year. So those folks, we need to toot their horn and thank them.
They're great. I mean, they work so much throughout the year and during the summer just to keep the schools, top notch and in great shape and clean. Because there's a lot, people think the school system is closed during the summer. There's not. There's so many sports going on, and having the gym closed right now has been hectic, so we're having to do, other schools because we currently have summer school going on, and then we have ESP, and then all of the sports, people are practicing.
Yep.
So it's busy.
Big thanks to Dr. Hobson, by the way, who's helping run summer school. Maybe he is running summer school. I don't know he's involved in it, but he came over and put out the fire. This thing was broke, and he fixed it. And so thank you, Dr. Hobson. Guys.
He's great.
Oh, what a great
I
guy.
went to school with him.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, he's a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
We went to school together, though. Nice guy.
Great guy. Great gentleman. So appreciate him very much. All right, so that's what's coming up on the 31st of July. If you want to help out, go to ecsschools.net and click on the tab, and Back to School Bash here it'll be, right?
Yep.
I know you got somewhere to be, so I'll let you go get you some lunch. Thank you as always.
Thank you so much.
Yep, quick break. We'll be right back after this. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball next and NASCAR right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Elizabethton FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education. It's more than learning about cows. It's becoming the problem solvers for the next generation. We are the future biologists, chemists, computer programmers, journalists, teachers, electricians who will feed our future. By creating a family atmosphere, the Agriculture Department, especially FFA, can become your home away from home. Through contests, leadership events, fun trips, and chapter activities, FFA is a great way to learn about the world while developing yourself into the best person you can be. We invite you to enroll in an ag-based course and be active in Elizabethton FFA. We'll save you a seat.
Back with one of our great sponsors. Again, Sherry Holtzclaw with the Jewelers Bench. Valentine's Day. Here we go. I'm going to be your Vanna show and tell.
Yep.
We'll start with this
Here's
one
my
first.
Vanna.
Yep. And tell me about this, would you please?
So this is a yellow gold paper clip bracelet with diamonds.
Right.
It's $11.99.
Yep.
$1,199.
Yep. Got it in stock, ready to go. Sell a bunch of these, very popular. Here's the disclaimer. Every time we do this, don't let this camera on the computer sway you about looking at this, because this thing's got a lot of bling to it. The camera just won't pick it up, I can promise you.
Prettier in person.
Oh,
always.
absolutely. Thank you. That's a good way to say it. Prettier in person.
Prettier in person.
At the Jewelers Bench, all right? Number two.
So these are sterling silver. They're half carat with diamonds.
Okay.
And those go for $299.
$299. Any lady looks smoking hot with those in her ears,
Oh, yeah.
right?
I love the shape of them.
I do, too.
They're not your typical
Nope.
diamond hoops.
Nope, they are not. I like them. $299. You know, I lose money every time you do this show. I end up buying stuff for people. So, but maybe not this year. Let's see what we got. So.
And then this is a sterling silver
Whoa.
heart pendant.
Love that too.
With CZs, and it's $149.
Yeah. And again,
Comes
it has
with the chain.
If you look at it right here, the lighting has a lot of bling to it. And there, not so much because the light's not there. We had a light back here bouncing off of it, which will when we come to the shop in a couple of weeks. So there you go. That goes for how much?
$149.
$149.99. Love it. Okay. And I like these. These look really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are pretty.
Those are pretty. All right. What else do we have?
Okay, so we have this double heart sterling silver necklace with diamonds.
Okay. Double heart. Oh, look at this. They're intertwined. Look at that.
With
I
paper
love it.
clip chain, $249.
$249 with a paper clip chain to go with it. $249. Any lady would love to have that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
From their significant other.
Yep.
So $249.
Heart can represent her, and then her significant other.
There you go. It's a his and hers kind of thing going on, or a hers and hims.
Yeah.
Either way. $249.
$249.
$249. All right. Good. Let's do one more here.
So
then
always a good gift. These are
Pearls.
cultured pearls.
Yep.
$269.
$269 for the cultured pearls. There you go. Very nice. Available at the Jeweler's Bench. Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram, and then website is jewelersbench10.com.
Where are you physically located?
104 Broad Street, right across the street from Port Travis.
Yep. And the hours are open.
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Yep. One of our great sponsors, folks, Valentine's Day. Don't miss out, guys. Good time to get out and shop. And quantities are limited. At the Jeweler's Bench, one of our great sponsors of Tom Douglas Sports and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. And back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth and be here tomorrow as well. Wednesday will be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. But today, tomorrow, be here at Betsytown. Chick-fil-A, Kyle Busch, 63rd NASCAR Cup victory at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. Had to work hard for the first place money. Busch, the pole winner, survived 5 restarts in the last 40 laps of the race. Beat Denny Hamlin to the finish line by .517 seconds. After Bubba Wallace's broken brake rotor caused the 11th caution, sent it to overtime, and Kyle Busch wins it. His 63rd win of his career. That would put him in 9th place all time. Next one up on the all-time wins list would be Dale Sr. with 76, so he's 13 wins away from tying him, but he's at his age, there's certainly no reason why he can't do that. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano 3rd, Kyle Larson 4th, Martin Truex 5th. Then comes Ryan Blaney, Daniel Suarez, William Byron, and Michael McDowell, and Kevin Harvick, finishing up the top 10 in the race. 11 cautions for 67 laps. And you had 10 lead changes among 5 drivers. Ryan Blaney. Of course, Kyle Busch wins it. Tyler Reddick, William Byron, and Kyle Larson were different leaders of the race. And so now the points as they head off to Sonoma with the Toyota Saymar 350 coming up Sunday in California. Your points leader now is Ryan Blaney. Blaney's your man. Second, William Byron. Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Chris Buescher, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez, and Alex Bowman. Actually, they cut off Suarez. Bowman on the outside looking in. So that's what you've got right now in the NASCAR Cup Series standings. Official from NASCAR, and they will be ready to go again this weekend in Sonoma, California. The Toyota Saymar 350. What's going on there? All right. So let's take care of that over here in this pile. All right, let's take a look at Major League Baseball. Wait a minute. NBA Finals. Let's talk about that. A disgusted Michael Malone, the coach for the Nuggets, called out the Denver Nugget effort. Another fourth quarter defensive no-show. Allowed the Heat to win it 111-108. Malone said, let's talk about effort. We're talking the NBA Finals is a huge concern. Shouldn't have to get these guys up and ready to play for the NBA Finals. He's right. This is it. It's not a preseason or a meaningless regular season game or preseason game. I mean, this is the real deal. And they had another meltdown in the fourth quarter defensively. Nikola Jokic, 41 points in a losing cause for the Nuggets. Malone says Miami came in here and outworked us. We were by far the least disciplined game of these 16 or 17 playoff games. I mean, he's really called them out. We'll see if it works as they'll play Wednesday night in Miami. Wednesday and Friday. 2 fourth quarters in games 1 and 2. Our fourth quarter defense has been non-existent. So Michael Malone calling out the Nuggets. We'll see how it works for him. Next one coming up Wednesday night in Miami. Major League Baseball is running down for you from the schedule for today. You have Tampa Bay and Boston at Fenway, a 4:05 first pitch. Detroit at Philadelphia. Kansas City, Miami tonight. Oakland at Pittsburgh. Houston at Toronto. Milwaukee will be in Cincinnati. The Cardinals in Texas, and the Cubs will be in San Diego. The standings heading into today's action looks like this around Major League Baseball. The Rays in first place starting the week. They lead the Orioles by 4. Rays have won 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. The Yankees are hot. They won 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. The Blue Jays went in New York and swept the Mets. They won 4 in a row and 7 out of 10. Blue Jays are red hot, but Tampa Bay leads the Orioles by 4 in the East. In the Central, Minnesota 3.5 better than Cleveland and Detroit. In the West, the Texas Rangers leading the Houston Astros by 3.5. Rangers have won 3 in a row and 8 out of 10. Astros have won 7 out of 10. So those two are hot baseball teams right now. In the National League, the Braves lead the Marlins by 3.5. Miami's won 3 in a row and 7 out of 10. They're red hot. In the Central, the Brewers lead the Pirates by half a game. Pittsburgh's won 5 in a row. In the West, it's tied. Arizona, the Dodgers are dead even at 35 and 25. The Giants are 5.5 back. In the NL West, Braves designated hitter Marcell Ozuna removed from the game after not hustling after hitting a drive to deep center field. Manager Brian Snitker pulled him after the game. Pulled him in the fourth game. He talked about it after the game, rather. Ozuna smashed a Zach Gallen offering to deep center field. He ended up on first base, settling for a 415-foot single. Ozuna stood at home plate and watched the ball reach its destination instead of running right after contact. Now, I watched it about 4 or 5 times on the replay. I understand why he did it. Instead of landing in the seats, the ball hit an overhang just below the line that marks a home run. Snitker said, "You didn't hustle, we pulled him." So Marcell Ozuna, got pulled. But I watched the replay several times, and I said, okay, I get this. He's standing there. He hits it, drives it deep, and he's watching to see if he's going to clear the fence for a home run. I understand it. It didn't. Hit the overhang and made it a long single. But Snitker said, nope, you're dogging it, so I'm going to pull you. And he did. Pulled him out of the game. So there you go. So Braves back on tomorrow night, opening up a 3-game set against the Mets. Huge tomorrow. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mets playing good baseball. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, Braves traveling today, coming back from Arizona. What else happening in sports here again on this Monday? If you're a fan of the Southeastern Conference, you go to the football game, you run out on the field on the court, you're going to pay some more money. If you're the home school. First offense will cost the home school $100,000. The second time they do it, it's $250,000 and $500,000 for every time after that. All institutions will start with a clean slate in 2023. Field or court storming is defined by the SEC as when the visiting team and or game officials are still in the playing surface. Also makes room for Southeastern Conference schools to adopt a policy that allows fans on the field or the playing surface once all members of the opposing team and officials have safely made their exit. So fans can be on the field or on the playing surface once all members of the other team and the officials are off the field. Kind of watering that down, aren't they? The new policy requires each school to create a security contingency to prevent field or court rushing. Okay, as long as the other team's off the field and the official off the field, allows fans on the field or playing surface once all members of the opposing team and officials have safely made their exit. Well, here's the thing on that. Go to a ball game, basketball in the South, much. Their team wins the big game. They come down and I'm going to be the security. I'm going to stand there and tell you can't come across the field. That's my job. But if you are, swarmed by a lot of people at the same time, what am I going to do? I'm going to get out of the way and say, go for it. I'm not going to risk my life or my limbs to stop you whether you've been drinking or not. Everybody comes in mass to get down on the field to celebrate a big win. Go back to the Alabama-Tennessee game last year. You're going to stand there on the edge of the field as they're coming down and coming over the top of the wall and running down on the field and going to say, no, you can't go. No, I'm not. So, we hired you as security. I said, okay, you hired me as security, but at some point, common sense kicks in. And that would be common sense to go, no, I'm not going to get in the way of these crazy people coming down wanting to get on the field. So, anyway, that's what's going on. And so that's a new rule the Southeastern Conference has put into place. So, we'll see how it goes, see if it sticks. Tom Taylor Sports Show, quick break. We'll run back down again what's going on in college baseball before we get out of here. Again, tomorrow, right back here. Tomorrow, we're going to be joined by, already got lined up, Joseph Taylor is going to join us tomorrow talking Tennessee sports. And we'll also be joined tomorrow by Mike Barnett from Big John's Closeouts. Got those folks coming. We'll be right back right after this from the good folks from Big John's Closeouts on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. The cabinetry, tell me about that.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we sell a lot of cabinets. We've got a number of different vendors we buy from Matrix to Vision to Pro Select. Every cabinet pretty much that we order and even our unfinished stock are all wood cabinetry. So you're not having to worry about particle board sides, particle board backs, drawers that are made out of particle board that if they get a little wet, they start swelling and coming apart. There is a lot of different finishes and styles, from flat panel to raised panel to, real decorative, even the special colors, the navies. And we've even got one now that's close to a Carolina blue, if you're a big Carolina fan, as far as that goes. And, you can get a lot of different amenities. You can get the soft close doors and drawers. You can get pull-out trays for trash bins and things of that nature. And, there's just a lot of different options. We can come out and measure for you if you would like, do a computer layout, give it to you that's got a frontal view, a top view, side views, however you want to look at it and things of that nature. And, and also if you need us, we can deliver the cabinets right straight to your job site and you're ready to go.
Customer service, folks, what it's all about. Be loyal, buy locals who are thinking of cabinetry. Think Big John's Closeouts. What's the general phone number?
Well, they can call us at 423-542-4755.
And on social media, how do we find you?
At BigJohn'sCloseouts.com. And also for cabinets in particular, they can email questions or even their layout or, just general information that they want to know to cabinets at BigJohn'sCloseouts.com.
There you go. And they're even open on Saturday. The hours are open during the week, Monday through Friday?
7:30 to 6 and Saturday 8 to 4.
There you go. Be loyal, buy local, support this gentleman. And of course, the money, when you spend it there, he turns right around and spends it right back into our economy, coming to Port Trask, putting gas in his car, going out and buying clothes for the kids, grandkids, whatever the case may be. The money stays here and just it's got really the domino effect. So it stays right here. Be loyal, buy local, support this gentleman and his great company. We do. Again, Mike Barnett and the good folks at Big John's Closeouts, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, let's run down what we got here in the college baseball and the regional championship. In the bottom of the third inning, Florida and Texas Tech, the Gators just scored the lead 1-0. At 2 o'clock will be LSU and Oregon State. At 3 o'clock, Penn and Southern Miss. Winner of that one will take on Tennessee. They'll play that one at 3. Also, Arkansas and TCU playing at 3 o'clock. At 6 o'clock tonight, under the lights, Coastal Carolina and Duke. Also tonight in Lexington, Kentucky and Indiana. playing at 6. And then at 9 o'clock tonight on the left coast, Stanford and Texas A&M in Stanford, California. So that's your baseball, college baseball. The winners will move on. The losers will be eliminated. These are the elimination games. So I told you softball is playing. Yeah, let's see. We've got softball real quick here, too. NCAA softball scores. Here we go. Oklahoma and Stanford playing at noon underway. Let's see if we get a score real quick. Yep. Stanford and Oklahoma are tied 2-2 in the third. So Oklahoma 54-1 and Stanford 43-13. Tied 2-2 in the third innings. A good ball game there. So we'll let you know how that goes tomorrow. Tennessee and Florida State at 7 o'clock tonight. Lady Vols and the Lady Seminoles out of Tallahassee. So that's what's going on there. Then before we get out of here, let's run down again baseball today. These games will be for this Monday. One afternoon game, the Red Sox and Tampa Bay in Fenway. Under the lights tonight, Detroit at Philadelphia. Kansas City, Miami. Pittsburgh will be hosting Oakland. The Astros will be in Toronto. Milwaukee at Cincinnati. The Cardinals will be in Texas to battle the Rangers. And the last but not least will be the Cubs in San Diego at Petco Park tonight at 9:10. So there you go. That's your schedule for today in Major League Baseball. Big thanks to our guest, Andrew Lewis, Northeast Community Credit Union, David Nanny, Elizabeth and Parks and Rec, Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals and Liberty, the official outdoor drama of the great state of Tennessee. Again, this weekend is Friday and Saturday, right up the street at Sycamore Shoals State Park. Mark Fowler, pastor, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church, thank you. Stopping by and talking a little Tennessee sports and promoting Vacation Bible School. Appreciate that. Nicole Moore promoting the Back to School Bash. Appreciate that as well. So that's what we got going on. Thank you for being with us. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We'll rejoin you again tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We're right back here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. Until then, enjoy this Monday for what it's worth, because it's a gorgeous day in the neighborhood on this Monday, June the 5th. We'll tell you, as always, win or lose, be a good sport and bloom where you're planted. And we'll finish it, as we always do, with the verse of the day, John 14:27. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. John 14:27. Good way to end it. See you back tomorrow. Thanks for watching show number 1866 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live today here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And also thanks to Steve McCauley, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, stopped by as well. Forgot to mention him. Thank you, thank you. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Monday. So long, everybody. And as we said, as always, bloom where you planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Back tomorrow. So long. Till then.